number 21. So you stick around after the races because I have something for you. Green flag's going to be in the air for your Pepsi POWRi Pure Stock. Says Michael McKnight going to go to the race lead right to the top shelf. Jody Tillman going to be down on the bottom side. 3 deep, time to sell it cheap back there for 4th as we come out of turn number 2 down the back stretch. Out of turn number 4, Michael McKnight's got the race lead. Jody Tillman all over the back bumper. Zach Countryman there, 1, 2, and 3, single file as they go down in a 1 and 2. Michael McKnight still going to be your race leader as Jody Tillman still going to be sitting in second. Eric Clay starting to come up towards the top of the track, going to run down your race leaders as it's a 2-wide battle for 5th back here in the field. Eric Clay all over the back bumper there of the 23Z. Zach Countryman going over to the top shelf. Michael McKnight, he said it was going to be set on kill. He was going to run it into the wall if he had to. He's doing a great job out front as we got 3 down, 12 to go. Jody Tillman's got something working down on the bottom side of the speedway as it is a door-to-door battle down the back stretch for 1st and 2nd. Door-to-door battle for 3rd and 4th between Clay and Countryman. Out of turn number 4. Look how we got Gamble around in 3 and 4. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. The 4G of Bodie Gamble goes around over there in 3 and 4. Bringing out the 11th, Dave Poshke's Performance Parts Caution Flag. Home of Octane Racing. Just call 1-800-430-RACE. Hey, Rob, I would have loved to continue our conversation, but I got a job to do. So Bodie Gamble loops it, bringing out the 11th caution. Right now, the way it sits, you got Michael McKnight out front. Jody Tillman in second, Zach Countryman, Eric Clay, and Jay Barnett. That's 1 through 5. Then you got followed in Brandon Sanders, Brian Thompson, and Zachary Riddick just pulled out onto the track. All right, so the 29 of Daryl Riddick is going pit side. The 46 of Zachary Riddick making his way out onto the track as he is a few laps down. I'm going to say 4 of them. So we're going to Delaware double file restart. Michael McKnight's going to be out front by his lonesome. Jody Tillman's going to have choice whether he wants the top or bottom. He's going to take the bottom side. Zach Countryman's going to have to go to the top side, and everybody's going to file in from there. Lights are off. We're going to be green flag when they come out on turn number 4. McKnight, Tillman, Countryman, Clay, Barnett, not Gamble, I apologize. McKnight, Tillman, Countryman, Clay, Barnett. That's top 5 right there. We got 4 down, 11 to go. Out of turn 4. Green flag's going to be back in the air as it's going to be a barn burner here as you got Zach Countryman and Jody Tillman all over the back bumper of McKnight. Tillman goes down to the bottom side. Countryman's got to run off the top shelf. 3 deep, time to sell it Jeep down through 3 and 4. Look at the battle out front. Out of turn number 4. Countryman to the race lead. Zach Countryman going to the race lead as he's going to be on the top shelf. Eric Clay's going to try to follow him on in. as it's a 4-car battle for the race lead coming out of turn number 4. It is still going to be the Zach Attack, Zach Countryman in the race lead, the 23Z. Jody Tillman there in the beautiful blue, going to try to run him down. Eric Clay now up and around Michael McKnight into the number 3 spot. Tillman's going to chop the nose off Clay. Clay's going to drop it down to the bottom side. Countryman's going to stay up on the top shelf. Tillman slides up through the middle. It is still Countryman. He's got the race lead by 0.369 seconds. Tillman's got his work cut out for him. He's going to have to run down Countryman. Countryman knows he's got Tillman right there all over the back bumper. He's going to have to drive it like he stole it as he comes out of turn number 4. Tillman starting to close the gap as it is now 0.215 with 7 more trips around for the 23Z. First through third starting to pull away from the rest of the field as Michael McKnight's now in no man's land out by his lonesome. They're going to come out of turn number 4. It is still going to be Zach Countryman with 6 more trips around Jody Tillman in second. Eric Clay starting to close the gap up there on your race leaders as he's starting to get a little closer. Going to try to run him down and get up into the number 2 spot around Jody Tillman. As Countryman still up on the top shelf. Lap traffic about to become an issue. Countryman changes lanes, gets around Barnett with ease. He chops the nose off, blocks him as he blocks Jody Tillman. Tillman's now got Clay down to the bottom side of him. It is an all-out battle up front, ladies and gentlemen. This is a race if I've ever seen one. 3-car battle for the race lead. Countryman still up on the top shelf as Clay gets around Tillman into second. Jody Tillman fighting for his life, trying to save second, hold on, and battle for first at the same time as they're down through 3. They're going to come out of turn 4. Tillman's going to have the number 2 spot back over Eric Clay, but it is still Zach Countryman out front as he's now increased his lead to 0.398 seconds. Oh, Zach Countryman kind of bobbled it going down the backstretch. Countryman goes down into 3 and 4. Tillman still down on the bottom side. Coming out of turn number 4. Jody Tillman to the race lead. Can Zach Countryman, can he run him back down and take over the race lead? He's going to push it hard down through 1 and 2. Countryman's got the race lead as they're going to go down the backstretch into 3. Out of turn number 4. White flag. Countryman back to the race lead. 3-car battle on the white lap. His checkers are records time. 3 wide down the backstretch. Going down into 3. It's anybody's race. Who wants it more? Coming out of turn number 4. Checkered flag. That Countryman.
Holy race. My goodness, is it any better than that? His way to Busch Light victory lane. What an absolute finish. Everyone down there celebrating with him as he's getting ready to climb out of his car. Race fans getting ready to make a lot of noise by .202. Down there in Busch Light victory lane. Race fans, make some noise. The 23Z of Zach Countryman. And before I send it to Robert, I'm going to tell everybody that I told Zach tonight was his night, and then he's like, I got to go get fuel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Zach Attack, Zach Countryman. Hold on, we got to get the hugs out the way first. Come here, Zach. All right, time out. Hold that thought. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Countryman, you, holy smokes. That's all I got to say, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to be honest with you. That was a tough race to announce because y'all were 3 wide from the drop of green to the checkered flag. You got to tell me, what was going through your head? What were you thinking?
Hit your marks. That's it. That's all you can do with those guys behind you. That's it.
You had caution there towards the end of the race. Was you scared at all?
No, not scared. I just thought, how am I going to pass these two? These guys are good. Jody's been racing longer. I've been alive. So to race door to door with him is freaking awesome.
Oh, it was more than that, Tillman. There was you, Clay, Tillman. Y'all were 3 wide on the white flag. I mean, you had people over there on their feet because we didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, you ran a great race. Who do you want to thank tonight for this win?
First and foremost, that girl right there, that's my wife. She's the one that lets me do this. All these people on this car, man. Robert High, I couldn't do it without him. He's like a brother to me. I've known him for years, but he's closer to me now than I've ever been to him. Extreme Lawn Care, Green Realty Group, Eagle Pride Automotive, Complete Services, Sheldon's Custom Muffler. There's everybody. There's a whole group that it's the only way I can do it.
All right, well, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zach Attack, the 23Z Zach Countryman.
All right, race fans, going to roll into a little bit of track prep right now before we roll out the Cash Money Late Model main event this evening as the Countryman crew down there celebrating it in Busch Light and Victory Lane after a heck of a feature. My goodness, what a barn burner that was. The Pepsi POWRi Pure Stocks are a class of their own, man. I tell you what, they put on a show night in and night out, and it's one of the greatest spectacles of racing here in the Midwest, and I'll stack that up against anybody.